I think yes. We There is a difference. There's a definite jump from preschool to school, school to college. I mean, where the kind of experience, what the way they are taught to this is right, this is wrong, and suddenly go to college and suddenly realize, okay, no, the rules change over here. When you go to the jobs, and all the rules change completely. So it's like when people think that, okay, why did I learn all that? Why did I do all that when I'm gonna end up doing this? So that was the reason when we were only in our preschool segment in Shamrock. So when we started meeting parents, they would tell us, that that jolt that you were talking about, that that it's been 3 years since a child left Shamrock. We feel all that he learned there. Now he's not learning at all because because children get used to a stimulated environment where, as I was talking about, a concept is taught the same concept in the poem, same concept in the pattern book, same concept would be on a notice board, same concept would be the teacher would use in the softwares on the books. Everything is integrated. Then you go to a formal school where each subject is now taught as independent subject, as separate stream of line. So we had that feedback. Then that's the reason why we started SHEMFORD, our 10+2 brand, because people said, why are you sending our children away? We don't want to leave you. Please keep adding one class every year and going on. So 5 years back we started working on a system that we need to really work on this system and find out a system. So we started doing the research and development. We had our 10+2 school, which we built up the basic system from, but we wanted to put in much more than that. We wanted to be as revolutionary as we were in the preschool segment, where when we opened our first preschool, people said, colorful classrooms, you're going to have colorful rooms, so children will get distracted, they start looking at the paintings rather than the teacher. They don't look at the paintings, they've seen the paintings, now why are they looking at straight at paintings? So why don't insult their intelligence? So similarly, we went for the K-12 segment, and then 3.5 years back, when my son was born, that really jolted me. After Shamrock, where is he going to go? Then we realized that we really need to move things quicker on our SHEMFORD project, and this is something which is a requirement. And I was talking about that when we think about technology, we visualize what his work is going to be 20 years from now. Although we can't see that far, I don't even know what 10 years from now technology is going to have. iPad might be life changing for everybody. Maybe we're going to have do away with this. Maybe improved version of iPads where you can multitask. Maybe a keyboard slides out from somewhere. And why do you need a desktop? Why do you need a laptop even then? So we don't know what will work, what will not work. But the idea is for us is that to try and visualize and try and replicate and train him for that life ahead. That's the job of a school, of a college, of a preschool, is to train him for life beyond these institutions, which normally we don't. I mean, a traditional school would say, okay, this is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing for 15 years. My children get into IIT. My reputation is at stake there. But nobody gets admission into our school. Why do we need to do anything different? Whatever is working is working fine. Why fix it if it ain't broke? Kind of an approach. So those schools are still doing the same way, where there's a fixed there's an input of children. Here's our standard thing that we do, and let them come out of there. To new age schools who are thinking, okay, fine, what is schooling going to look like? Do we need to change our offering? Every child is unique. How can we customize our offering for every child? Can we do it? So people at least are thinking, and a lot of forward-looking institutions are doing that, and I think that's a step forward. So whether to blame our education system, yes and no, there have been shortcomings. I mean, it's not been a perfect system, but at the same time, the credit for this whole IT boom, BPO boom, goes to our education sector as well. Why didn't other countries do well? Because it was our sector that we really could do well. Why, if we are one of the fastest growing countries? I mean, if you got China, who you never know is a bubble, real, fake, I don't know what's going on, but we are 100% organic growth. So we should say that then the credit for that should also go to our education system. Yes, suicides are bad, very very bad, very bad with that. Dropout rates are high. Girls' education needs to be worked on, especially in small villages. There's a lot of things that we're just not doing as well. I mean, but at least people are thinking now. In the last couple of years, I think, hats off to Mr. Kapil Sibal again. I mean, I can repeat, I don't agree with everything he does, but somebody out there needed to change something, and there were things that need to be changed. If something won't work, I'm sure things will go back to the older version, if the older version was better. If not, let's try something different. Why just say that aisa nahi ho sakta? Why not? They can be done. It can be done. And I think that's something I'm sure we will see, especially in the rural education, girls' education. Because I was reading a book last week. It's called Stones into Schools. It's about a guy who who's worked in Pakistan and Afghanistan, and when he talks about the problems, the deaths that have happened there, your own problems feel like about I need to lose a weight or this, that. So this seems so trivial as to that the guy was talking about. I was having breakfast with this guy in the morning, and he just a bomb came and he died. My best friend died in my arms because I had no medicine with me. So those kind of and for children to study in those schools, Taliban throwing acid on those girls' faces and all that. So look at the kind of challenges that are there, and we have similar problems in India as well. And I think we have to overcome. And I think the government, the private sector, the community, we all have to pitch in at some level. With, of course, the education cess is there in the form of taxation. Private schools are getting involved in that, taking up responsibility. The government of Punjab has done that, where they're doing another school project where corporates are taking up schools and trying to run them. So there's a lot of initiative, a lot of things happening. But I think yes and no. I mean, education system is partly to blame. We as a community are partly to blame for everything. We can't point fingers outside and say the Britishers left this with us. It was our leaders, our education leaders, our political leaders who've created good or bad, whatever it is, and we have to accept that this is what we are. And but what is in our hand is not the past, is our future. So that's something that I think we're all looking positively and hopeful that this will be a better future for our children.